There's never been a moment in my professional career where I've had to deal with more stuff in 4 months like I had to this summer.
Piqué calls me and says, I've been traded.
Le Canadien a échangé Piqué Subban au Prédateur de Nashville.
These are supposed to be the best years of my career coming. I get traded. For what reason? I don't know.
Il y a beaucoup de gens, je pense, qui sont en colère.
It was a shock to my system.
The best athletes in the world, I find, are at their best when you make them feel uncomfortable. That's part of the reason why we wake up at 5:30 in the morning to start training.
He's like a cage lion ready to go, right? He's in the cage just bouncing back and forth, ready to attack. So that's my job, just to keep the cage locked, keep you ready, and then I'll open it when he gets to Nashville.
It's just like a breath of fresh air, to be able to step away from a lot of noise. Toughest day during the season was probably the day that I heard that we weren't going to make the playoffs, the day that we were eliminated. I pride myself on being one of those guys that when things aren't going well for my team, they can look to me to step up and be there and be accountable. And what hurts me the most is I wasn't there to do that.
My daughter called me and says, did you guys hear about Piqué? I says, what about Piqué?
J'ai l'impression que c'est comme Yemelin. Je sais pas si c'est le coup qui a encaissé le plus gros du choc.
Playing over 450 some odd games without an injury and then having something where I fall over and basically bump into my teammate and get taken off on a stretcher wasn't part of the plan.
Carl texts Piqué and he says, tell mom, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just a little shooken up, but I'm gonna be okay. I said, he's only saying that because he knows that I'm worried, right? But I just sit back and I prayed and I hope that his neck wasn't broken. And I just hope he was fine.
The worst part about getting injured, other than breaking my Ironman streak, was not being able to play during probably the worst time of the season for our team. That's the thing about being a professional athlete is that once one chapter is finished, there's always another chapter. Once one book ends, it's the start of another book. A lot of people ask me, how come you don't talk about your off-season training stuff more, I think now I'm probably the most prepared to open up my off-season training in terms of how I prepare myself for in-season, and I think it's gonna be really cool to be able to share that with people because I don't think people understand what it's like, I'm going home to see my family and see my new baby niece and my nephews, and I'm just excited for all of that.
I could not have scripted Piqué's story. I never thought that he would be where he is today in his life.
Hi, Piqué. You looking at Dada?
Yes.
Say hi to Dada. Hi, Piqué. Dance with Daddy.
He's not a mama's boy, but he loves his mama.
Tell the finger at your mouth. I saw that.
When they're 2.5 or 3, that's when he started skating.
He loves to tease his brothers, especially Jordan, but now they're as big as he is, so he doesn't try that because they're as strong as he is.
And my brother's name is Jordan. This is Malcolm. Bye.
Most annoying brother, sibling you could ever have.
This is my mother.
We were the sibling rivals. We would go at it consistently.
Daddy, I know how to play hockey.
I can tell you this about Piqué. He does not like vegetables. So I asked him, Piqué, do you like vegetables? I knew the answer. He's going to say, no, Daddy. But I said, they're good for you. And I said, so is power skating. You know what I mean? So let's go.
Subban moves it back. Baker gets by him.
When we got to Belleville, we weren't even sure if he would make the Bulls because he was drafted in the 6th round and he played like he's never played before. And he was noticed. No one ever gives you the message, that your kid's gonna make the NHL. And I'm so happy that it was only a dream that was far off.
Every time I score, yeah, you know, you might see a little bit of celebration, and that's all I see it as. So I just go out there and play, that's all.
I remember doing his draft year. It was like a dream come true. My son is drafted to my favorite team, and I see this look in Bob Gainey's face. And he's just looking at PK. PK has this PK Subban smile on his face. It was just such a magical moment.
Nous n'avons aucun contrôle sur les rumeurs. Mon intention d'échanger Piqué Subban, non.
Mark explained very clearly where we stand with Piqué.
Marc Bergevin demeure sur ses positions. Piqué Subban n'est pas sur le marché des transactions.
J'ai jamais magasiné Piqué. Je l'ai jamais fait, puis je ne le fais pas.
Grosse nouvelle, mesdames, messieurs, le Canadien a échangé Piqué Subban aux Prédateurs de Nashville.
This team is now dead to me.
J'ai également dû prendre une décision la plus difficile de ma carrière de dirigeant.
Grosse transaction.
Before today, we had one of the best, if not top 4 defenses in the National Hockey League. And today, after the trade, I am certain that we have one of the best defenses in the National Hockey League.
La majorité des partisans sont révoltés.
Je suis vraiment surpris de cet échange-là. Il y a beaucoup de gens, je pense, qui sont en colère.
La méga transaction de mercredi a surpris les joueurs du Canadien.
It was a shock to my system. But even though leading up to that moment, I had a feeling that he would be traded.
L'annonce de la transaction a eu l'effet d'une bombe. Plusieurs partisans fulminent et en veulent à Marc Bergevin.
My daughter called to say, Mom, Piqué was traded. Then Piqué called me up and says, I've been traded. I'm a Nashville Predators now. I said, he is serious. It actually took a part out of me because I said, geez, I can't believe Piqué is leaving Montreal.
Il y a beaucoup de gens, je pense, qui sont en colère. Là. Ce que je retiens un peu, parce qu'on aime Piqué.
I spoke to Piqué after. He said, it's fine, don't worry about it. It seemed all like normal, but I know inside of him, he was kind of hurt. I can sense that feeling from him. And I was very hurt. Obviously, I'm still hurt. I'm gonna miss him.
Ce qui était bien, c'est qu'il s'impliquait autant avec les partisans, sur la glace, tout ça. Puis là, on a dit à un moment donné, il dérange par son comportement.
Nashville has stepped up. They've made a very substantial move to acquire him. And in his view, being a consummate professional, he knows that he has to be positive. That kind of attitude and character is infectious in a new community.
Les partisans du Canadien sont intenses et passionnés. Avec les médias sociaux, c'est un raz-de-marée comme on en a rarement vu.
If he has any feelings that, geez, I'm hurt, yeah, he should. He's human. He bought into it, and he took ownership of it. That's what I want. And so now, you want the same thing now to happen in Nashville, which I think it will.
There was a little curveball, obviously, this year with the trade. Probably the best thing that happened to me is that I was on vacation when it happened. I don't think enough talk has been about my teammates and, Carey Price. I talked to him on the phone for a long time in Paris after I found out I got traded. And, there was a little bit emotional on the phone, because we talked about for many years about winning a Stanley Cup together and wanting to bring one back to Montreal and doing it together, more importantly. That's what I said to Jeff on the call when he called me after I got traded. That's what I said to Mark, and that's what I said to Michelle, is that, I had a dream and a goal to want to raise the Stanley Cup. You guys were in that dream.
Le Canadien a échangé Piqué Subban.
Marc Bergevin a protégé Piqué Subban, mais c'est certain.
À l'interne, il devenait évident que le talentueux défenseur faisait de plus en plus cavalier seul à l'intérieur du vestiaire.
Les rumeurs qui circulaient à l'endroit de Piqué, que peut-être qu'il dérangeait un peu le vestiaire.
When I hear these things about the music,
about the way the suits you wear, or the way you talk, or you speaking your mind. We're professionals. You know what? As long as you perform like a professional on the ice, I mean, you look at my age, I'm just coming into my prime from what I believe, 27 years old. I mean, these are supposed to be the best years of my career is coming. So I wanted to give these years to the team that drafted me, that helped develop me, that got me to a point where we said, listen, we have a window of 2 to 3 years to win a Stanley Cup. This is what we wanted. This is what we've worked for. And now I get traded, you know? For what reason, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, on and off the ice, I fulfilled my responsibility as a player and a person, you know, and being a model citizen in the community, being a great Montreal Canadian, representing the organization well. I felt I did that. And everything, you know, that I've been taught since I've been a Montreal Canadian is you put this before the person that you are, before your name. Everything. So if there's a sword that you need to fall on, you fall on it. And I've always fallen on the sword. But in this one, I don't know. How am I supposed to fall on this sword? How? I start to do speculation on myself on really what that means. You know, for me, I feel that all around, I have confidence that I'm the best defenseman in the league. And that's how I look at myself. If I didn't look at myself that way, then, you know, you'll never be the best person and hockey player that you can be. If you don't see yourself, envisioning yourself the best, I mean, Muhammad Ali said, I always used to say I was the greatest because I believed if I said it enough that I actually would be, you know, or I convinced myself that I was. So there's a ton of things I could have done differently, you know, but that's a part of growing. That's a part of evolving. So I don't have regrets. I think the most significant opportunity, though, is I have a chance to win a Stanley Cup with this team. And that's my #1 goal more than anything.
Today we complete an important transaction which I'm convinced will make the Canadian a better team.
I learned at a very young age that you learn about yourself when people are beating you down. Like, that's the only time you really know who you are. So for me, I want to know that I'm somebody that's strong, that can persevere, that wants success so bad that it doesn't matter what people say or do, he will get there. So for me, I always perform my best and respond my best when people beat me down. Without that desire, you can't remain at the top. So, I mean, talent and skill only gets you so far. You know, I believe that, first of all, that talent and skill came from somewhere. You know, whether it was, you know, all the hours in the backyard rink or the hours that you spent shooting pucks in the basement or the power skating sessions or the skill sessions or running the hills or doing sprints as a kid growing up. You developed all your talent and skills through something, and that's hard work. Today we're just going in just to find out the imbalances, balances in my training and my fitness right now. Biosignature, body fat, that type of stuff. Just an easy day, but we got to give them a base to start off with.
Today's day 1 of PK Subban's off-season training. We did his what we call body fat or biosignature. That just tells me where he's at, where is his fat, where his lean mass is at, where his body fat is.
You already know I haven't had a meal in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh. It's done. 5.2, 11, 9.
Sorry, put some lotion on this one.
3.2. And we also tested his lower body structural balance, upper body structural balance. That information lets me know where he's weak, tight, strong, any issues that might rear its ugly head from the season. Yeah, you see it, yep. And we addressed that in the first phase of training.
So like today's just more of like just seeing where your base is right now.
Squeeze the bar. Squeeze, squeeze. Speed, 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 speed. 265, then fiber test, and then rotators. So it's not just about conditioning, it's actually building that armor to withstand the stresses of that long grueling season. Based on what I see, he definitely needs to put on some mass, right? So you're definitely going to see a little bigger PK. My goal is to make sure he leaves here a machine.
Last summer, started training with Ben.
What's going on, man? That was good, man. Good to see you.
You know, between he and Clance, I mean, Clance, obviously, I've trained with him for a really long time, and I have that history with him. But with Ben, adding him to the team, I think now just looking for that edge. And I'm not 20 years old anymore. You know, 7 years of playing professional hockey is a lot of wear and tear on your body. You know, everybody probably expects now, okay, it's first day, let's go. It's like, no, you gotta approach the first day kind of with caution and have an open mind to everything. It's more of a feeling out process than the actual workout itself. Just seeing where you're at, just kind of preparing your program now from the summer.
So today, just easy today, right?
Just easy,
okay.
Yeah, man.
Just
Just
easy.
first session, feel it out, and then we'll gradually get more and more as we go.
Today, just jog maybe a lap.
Okay.
One lap.
Okay.
On his toes.
The challenge is to remain in the top 5 defensemen in the league in numbers. I mean, in order for me to help my team win a championship and make the playoffs, you have to do your part. My body has to be prepared to go through the grind. With the speed work, the mobility stuff, it has a lot, like it lets me move easier.
Phase 1 is just trying to get the circulation of the body, the blood circulation, loosen up the muscles and ligaments and tissues, and then working to flexibility, some proper stretching. And as I go along into the second phase of the training, we work on power and maintain the power and the speed as we go along.
If I'm not in that top percentile of the defensemen in the league when it comes to numbers, stats, you know, playing time in terms of your importance, what you bring to the team, then I haven't done my part. So in order to do that and do it for 82 games plus, it starts with the training. Every morning I go and I get this green juice from a great organic place right by my condo down here, and it's kale, cucumber, parsley, celery, ginger, turmeric, and spinach.
PK has a very explosive game, and so he needs to lift, he needs to feel, he needs to be strong. He's in beast mode.
Mondays are always the best day because you're rested, you've had treatment over the weekend, because that's when you have the most energy in the week. Then you can push yourself a little bit in the gym. It's easier every summer to get stronger and faster because you just have the experience of knowing what you have to do to get that.
Yeah, it's good. That's enough. It's a wrap.
Are you happy with
push press? Yeah. Well, yeah.
Don't jump. Don't pause.
Bang, bang?
Bang, bang, bang.
A lot of guys think you could just go in the gym, put on a lot of weight, lift it, and all of a sudden you're stronger. But doing this type of training, we did exercises to work the deep tissues.
That's good. When those tissues and ligaments are stabilized and strong, then you'll get more power.
See, this training, it challenges you mentally because it's not about fatigue. It's about resting and putting out that maximum power output every time you go.
The acupuncture needles actually are phenomenal at increasing your natural endorphins and encaphalons, and it helps people fall asleep, helps them decrease their sympathetic tone. It's almost like taking a high-performance car in for a tune-up, and that'll help with the recovery. So one of the largest things with hockey players, it happens to be, is really maintenance of their hips. The more we could prevent the imbalances that are caused by skating, the better the athlete will do and the increased longevity that they'll have.
We gotta get up with the Roosters. Let's go. Let's go, PK. Let's go, PK. Time to work out, dude. Let's go, rise and shine. I'm gonna get the barbecue up, so let's go.
Oh, yeah, we're in the mix. Want to play the NHL? That's what it's all about.
When I get up in the morning, it's not a chore. It's quality time, and sometimes a lot is not said. It's all based on what we're doing. So that's why I get up in the morning to say, you know what, I care and mommy cares. Summer comes and it goes. At the start, it seems like we have so much time.
Well, this is a long off season.
Yeah. Steak's coming up, big guy. Look at that. It's not even well done. Just right, just exactly how you wanted it.
Might be nice to get a knife that it actually still has a point.
Yeah, that one, you can tell it's been through a lot of, like it.
This is what we call, this is like the training knife.
Yeah,
like,
it's cut many steaks, right? That knife there's cut too many steaks. Yeah.
Eating properly and training often and early seem to be pretty regular, you know, for us for a long time now. The best athletes in the world, I find, are at their best when you make them feel uncomfortable. So that's part of the reason why we wake up at, 5:30 in the morning to start training.
My role is to make him tick, like speed, power and speed.
It's like when I'm running, it's like I look forward to the point where I'm almost about to puke. Because it's happened so many times. It gets to the point where you don't even think about it anymore. You just...
Pain becomes your friend.
Yeah. If it doesn't, you'll won't last.
The body is adapting to what he is capable of doing. He can move much easier now, better than it was, even last year.
It's great to work hard, but you have to recover smart, so...
I started working with him and started learning a lot of new things about the hockey player's body and just how much beating they do take against the boards, lifting weights, and even the speed that they go on the ice, right?
After I see him, I know that my next workout's gonna be that much better because everything's gonna be loose and moving properly, moving together.
I don't think too many people are strong enough to really massage these hockey players at this size. I've broken like 27 tables, just applying pressure.
This drill is a power drill. Work on your calf, work on your toes, works on your hip flexors. I try to teach him and trying to make sure that he have the flexibility and the hips to turn over and skate. You feel that?
Yeah.
In the chest?
Yeah.
Open your lungs.
He's in straight attack mode right now. He's ready to work. He's ready to show the world what he can do. He's in the gym snatching, cleaning, lifting some good weight, moving fast, and that's what works for him.
He can move much easier now, better than it was, even last year. Got shape, got curve.
Move the arms.
He looks good. New PK.
Keep going, right through, right through. Move your arms, keep breathing, right through, right through, right through.
748.
He's ready. Yeah, he's really ready. That's an understatement. He's taking it to another level. He's like a cage lion ready to go, right? He's in the cage just bouncing back and forth, ready to attack. So, yeah. So that's my job, just to keep the cage locked, keep him ready, and then I'll open it when he gets to Nashville.
it just seems like business as usual now, you know? Like, I just focus on, now I gotta compete. Because you could train as hard as you want, but if you're not able to mentally channel it in a way that allows you to be effective on the ice, it doesn't matter. So, all I know is that I've best prepared my body to do what my mind needs it to do. You know, I want to do my talking on the ice. I want my teammates to respect me for how I compete every night. And the fact that I don't take not only games off, but I don't take a shift off. That's mine right there. Pass. I got it. Thanks, brother. Oh, man. Let's roll. It's kind of cool just being here now and knowing that, like, I'm here now, you know? It's crazy. I have been reading up a little bit. I've studied cowboy slang. So there's ride 'em cowboy, giddy up, yeehaw, howdy. Another one is, there's a snake in my boot. I'm so excited to get to this place. That feels good. Howdy. How are you? This is perfect. Exactly what I want. I like. Perfect. I think I have enough closet space. Okay, great. Now being here, I mean, I'm so excited about this new chapter in my life. The house smells really, really good. Lots of room. I got my man cave upstairs. You gotta put a TV in there and some couches and stuff. Fire pit. I'm definitely gonna bounce over on that trampoline. Woo! Get a good look. You're the first and the last time you guys get up in this room. Michael Jackson, baby. Ow! The vibe is great. It's fantastic. It's different from Montreal, different from Toronto, but different in a good way. I think I'm just gonna really like it. I'm gonna really like it here. You know, moving into Nashville now, it's like, it's crazy. Coming in here and having, you know, the management and everybody in the front office sit down with my team, talk about, you know, not just accomplishments and things that we want to get done on the ice, but off the ice. I mean, I've never done that before in my life. David Poyle and Mr. Laviolette have done, you know, a great job, you know, coaching this team and putting this team together, and for them to extend, you know, just such a strong belief in me as a player and as a person makes me feel like unbelievable. I'm in a city now where they just want me to be me. I mean, that's like music to my ears, you know? It's just like a breath of fresh air, you know? To be able to step away from a lot of noise. It just feels quiet now.
Life throws a lot of curves at you. You will never accomplish your goal if you have to worry about what everybody thinks and what everybody says. It's okay. It's life. That's what we face every day.
If someone would have told me that chapter 1 would only be 6 years, I mean, I wouldn't have believed them. There's never been a moment in my professional career where I've had to deal with more stuff in 4 months like I had to this offseason. You don't know what lies ahead, but all you can do is best prepare yourself for it. It feels good to have a clear mind and just to be able to do what I love to do, and that's to play hockey. I played 6 years in the league and I haven't won a thing yet. You know? Not a conference championship, not a Stanley Cup, nothing. So I look forward to winning.